Hello children, good morning to you all. Here I am to give you the notes from today because yesterday we have done with new terms and today we will start our notes. Understand? In this first let us begin with define the following. Understand? What was the name of our lesson? The land of ice and snow, Greenland. Okay, in that we are going to do define the following. The land of ice and snow, Greenland. In this lesson, we are going to have define the following today. Yesterday, we have done with what? We have done with new terms. And today, we are going to do with define the following. In that, first one is iceberg. A huge mass of ice. Huge mass of ice which cuts off from the main ice sheet, main sheet of ice in the polar region. And slides down into the sea and floats. It looks like a huge mountain of ice. Ice. It is called an iceberg. So, this is the definition for iceberg. What is an iceberg? Huge mass of ice which cuts off from the main sheet of ice in the polar region and slides down into the sea and floats. It looks like a huge mountain of ice. It is called an iceberg. Once again, it is only for reading purpose, children. I repeat, because you are going to get the typed matter under my video of teaching so that you can write without mistakes. Here you are listening to what I write. You are going to listen to my reading, which makes it easy for you to learn well. So here you are listening and you are copying in your notebook from the typed matter. So iceberg, huge mass of ice which cuts off from the main sheet of ice in the polar region and slides down into the sea and floats. It looks like a huge mountain of ice. It is called iceberg. Okay. Then the second one is, you are also writing the name of the lesson, subheading, then start writing the main definitions and of how I wrote on the blackboard or in the text message. You are following the same pattern and even you are leaving a line after each definition is over. Now let us move to the second one. The second one is parka. A hood-lined jacket of a leather jacket which is hood lined with fur. Wait. A hood lined jacket. A hood lined jacket of leather and fur which is worn by the men, women and children in the polar region is called parka. So, a hood-lined jacket of leather and fur, which is worn by the men, women, and children in the polar region or Greenland, one and the same, is called parka. What is parka? A hood-lined jacket of leather and fur, which is worn by the men, women and children in the polar region is called parka. Third one, harpoon. A weapon of the people in the polar region, or a weapon of the Eskimos can be correct. A weapon of the people of polar region or people of Greenland also can be correct. If you get such slight difference on the board and in your notes, it is not a matter. Whatever I gave in the notebook, in the notes, please follow it. A weapon of the people in the polar region, which is a spear with a long rope, which is a spear with a long rope attached to it, is called harpoon. So what is harpoon? A weapon of the people in polar region. We can write for it people of Greenland. We can write for it a weapon of the Eskimos also. Three are same. Again I am repeating. So what is a harpoon? A weapon of the people in the polar region, which is a spear with a long rope. 1 minute. With a long rope attached to it, is called harpoon. A weapon of the people in the polar region, which is a spear with a long rope attached to it, is called a harpoon. Okay, these are three. Fourth one, I am going to give you. Fourth one is kayak. What is kayak? A one-man boat pointed at the ends, made of frame with a watertight covering is called a kayak. What is a kayak? A one-man boat pointed at the ends, made of a light frame with a watertight covering, is called a kayak. A one-man boat pointed at the ends, made of a light frame with a watertight covering, is called a kayak. Okay. Sledge. A wheel-less cart used on the a wheel-less cart pulled by huskies or reindeers on the snow or ice for transportation. Is called a sledge. So what is a sledge? A wheel-less cart pulled by huskies or reindeers on the snow or ice for transportation is called a sledge. For transportation in the polar region is called a sledge. So what is a sledge? A wheel-less cart pulled by huskies or reindeers on the snow or ice for transportation in polar region is called a sledge. A wheel-less cart pulled by huskies or reindeers on the snow or ice for transportation in the polar region is called a sledge. So, these are 5. Define the following I have given. Understand? You people please copy them from the typed matter. It is just for reading. So I stop here today's class. Tomorrow we will continue with question answers. Thank you.